Hi everybody, and welcome to the introductory video of BrickTheBassist's. And I guess today we'll be learning about the parts of the bass. Just simple stuff to get you started. So we'll start from the top down. Here we have the headstock, this part right here. We have the tuning pegs right here. We have the tuning knobs. We have the tree, which is, some basses have these, yours might not. Sometimes tuners might be 2 on this side, 2 on the other side, maybe 1 on this side and 3 here. It really just depends on the balance of your bass and what type of bass you have. We have the nut here, which could be plastic or graphite or whatever material. Basically just keeps the strings raised here above the fretboard so you can play without it sounding weird. Down here we have the neck. This is where all the fretting will happen. We got the fret markers here, the white dots. Yours might have stripes or other things, but they'll be mainly in this order with 2 here. We got the strings, which there's your standard tuning is E, A, G, D, and then G. Alright. Here, a lot of basses don't have this, but this one does. This is where you'll rest your thumb. I don't really do that. I normally do it towards the bridge. Oh yeah, speaking of the bridge. This is where your strings will end up at the end here. Either they're through-bodied, which your strings will go through the body and poke out the other side, which I think some music mans do that. I think jazz basses do that sometimes, but mine just has a normal kind of bridge thing here. You can see the strings end there. Here you have your pickup. It's kind of hard to see. It's the 2 rectangles kind of on top of each other. That is used to pick up the sound and run it through the amp. So I have a P-bass pickup, which it's been around longer than a jazz, but jazzes are more versatile. P-bass is normally used for a rock kind of tone, but jazz can be used for anything. I would really love a jazz bass. This is the only bass I have right now, though. You have depending on which type of bass you have, mine has 2. This is your volume knob for obviously volume. Stuff like that. And then you have your tone knob, which this controls the tone of your bass. If you sometime you'll hear it referred to as the vintage knob. If you turn it all the way clockwise, you get a real kind of honky tone. Kind of real honky, but if you turn it all the way counterclockwise, you get a nice, just kind of vintage, where it's just a bass tone. Not much to spit at, just your standard bass tone. But a lot you'll hear nowadays, they have their things turned clockwise so you can get a real honky tone. A lot of people like that honky tone, which I do as well. Let's see. We have mine has a bolt-on neck, which you'll see with different bolts and stuff. Some have a neck that is fused to the body, especially with wood bodies, but mine does not have that. Yeah, that's about all the parts of the bass. You have your strap things there. That's where you can put your strap on. Why don't we get started learning a very simple riff? How about Another One Bites the Dust? You'll use your E string here, and it's only using the 3rd and 5th fret, so it should be pretty easy. We'll start from the beginning. You're gonna hit it in just normal quarter notes 3 times, and then you'll go to 1/8 notes. We'll do a weird kind of pattern. Alright, I'll take it slow now. That's what it should sound like. Now let's get it up to speed. And just a simple little pattern. And then from the weird pattern, you're gonna go. You'll do 3rd, 5th. So I'll take it slow. 3rd, 5, 3, 5. So, and you'll just kind of do a little silence there. And then, depending on what skill level you are, if you're starting out, which you should be if you're watching this video, you should probably just, and then just restart the riff. If you're a little bit more experienced, or just have an idea of what you're doing and you want to try and do something a little bit more, you can try and do this. It's where you do the just the whole sequence backwards. That last sequence, the 3/5, but 5/3, and then you do another open, and you do it pretty fast. So up to speed. And then, if you're like me and weird, I like to add like a, I don't know, I just like to make it like a jazz, not jazz, bluesy kind of, just a little thing to just. To add that bend, and when you're bending, just a little insight here, you can either use 2 or 3 fingers, just and like that's mainly used in a lot of other famous riffs, like "Are You Gonna Be My Girl" by Jet. One of the best parts is that bend. That bend at the center of that. That's really it. Stay tuned for my new videos, and I know every YouTuber says this, but like, comment, subscribe, if you want to see more bass content. If you would like to learn new bass riffs and stuff, I have those as well. If you would like to learn a little bit more BASS-ICS, I could show you simple phrases and simple chords and simple scales and stuff like that. If you would like to learn stage performance, we have that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.